To many Native Americans, the buffalo are considered a form of kin and for centuries were essential to their culture and their very rhythm of life. Utilized for food, clothing, and tools, many traditional ceremonies revolved entirely around promoting the health of the buffalo herd. In the 16th century, North America contained 25 to 30 million buffalo, but with white men moving west and a high price to be paid for buffalo skins back east, the North American bison were hunted almost to extinction. To many natives, the loss of the buffalo from the land was equally as egregious as being forced onto the western reservations. Now, 130 years later, and after decades of effort, buffalo are finally being reintroduced on Shoshone land at the Wind River Indian Reservation in central Wyoming.
Zijn beetje, zaas ik een beetje ram onrustinga. Ik uinge shika se dinguch. Osu shika een beetje ram suka hatwin. I'm really happy to offer a prayer for something that we haven't seen in a number of years here. What our older folks used to thrive on, what we used to survive on, was the bison, the buffalo. In Indian culture, we have survived on these animals, and it's a great day to welcome them back again today.
Prior to today, the tribes managed 6 of the 7 ungulate species that were here before Lewis and Clark, including the predators. There's very few places in the West that's the case.
There has been times through the years when the United States government has stood on the wrong side of this issue, and it's truly humbling but also proud to now stand on the right side of this issue and to help restore bison to this landscape. I just want to congratulate them and their leadership and Jason Baldus and everyone else involved in this and thing. We're just honored to have played any role, and congratulations. What a truly wonderful day for the Eastern Shoshone people.
This is incredibly important for tribal culture because this is not only about ecological restoration, it's about cultural revitalization. The history between buffalo and Native Americans is almost synonymous. We both occupy remnants of our vast territory that we once inhabited. You know, they tried to stamp out our culture, they tried to stamp out our language. They tried to annihilate the buffalo, to annihilate Native people. By being proud of who we are as Native people and being able to have buffalo in our lives again means that we've reconnected a severed tie that's been 131 years old.
Cool, I hope you enjoyed watching that video about the reintroduction of bison on the Wind River Reservation. Now, we had been talking about the history before this land was settled, when the Native Americans were the keepers of these lands. It's interesting that both Shoshone, like the Shoshone National Forest, and Wapiti, those are both Native American words. Wapiti is a Shawnee and Cree word for elk. So the history kind of still shows even in the names. Now, there's another very special animal to Native Americans, and it's now special to all Americans, because in 2016, bison became the national mammal. Bison.
Very cool.
Just like we have the eagle as the national bird. Now, bison used to roam the plains in huge herds. They were providing food and materials for the Native American plains tribes, but due to that extensive hunting and slaughter from the Western settlers, by 1889, bison were almost extinct. There were fewer than 600 left. 600.
Oh my gosh.
And that impact on Native Americans was devastating. Now, in 1872, the Yellowstone National Park protected its remaining 24. We're talking 24 animals. But since then, with lots of care and intensive conservation measures by organizations and agencies around here, that number has climbed from 24 up to 31,000.
Awesome.
So I hope you enjoyed that.